Welcome.
I'll fill your hearts with fright as I summon Rama. Show them your thunderous might! Whew! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name... Well, you already know who this is. You know how to read. But it's been a while. Okay. So today, it's time to get fabulous by playing this game. Today we'll be talking about Espers and Magicite. Finally today I will be able to level up. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to do this. Anyway, let's get started. The first thing we talk about is this Magicite. These are basically the souls of the Espers that have died, as we've learned. Now, these Espers serve 3 benefits. The first benefit is they allow you to level up every time, they allow you to gain a bonus to your stats every time you level up. For example, Rama gave us stamina. Some Espers don't give you anything for leveling up. Kinda stingy though. As you see, Kieran gives you nothing. Now Siren here gives you a bonus to gives you a bonus to your HP by 10%. And then Katesis will give you +1 magic every time you level up. So this is a great way to customize who you want to have what, as far as building what stats you get. Because previously, when you level up, all you got was more hit points and more magic points, and that was it. A slight boost of some more health and magic. You gain no stats, but now you gain all the stats you want. And you can customize who gains what stats by simply equipping them onto each individual character. So this would explain why I chose not to level up very early in these early parts of the game. Because let's say if you at this point in the game, let's say if you got to level 39 or level 40, if you got to level 40, if you include level 1, subtract the difference, it's pretty much means that you missed out on 39 chances to gain these bonuses to your stats. You only have 60 more chances after that, because by then you'll be level 99 and you have missed out on 39 potentially good upgrades to your stats that you have missed out on. That's why I didn't want to level up. That's why I encourage don't level up. Try to stay under 24 or 20. Just keep it really small levels. But since we are at this point now, you can level up as much as you want. So the second thing that you gain from these Espers, the second benefit, is they all teach you spells. As you can see, they each have something to give you. They're kind of like teachers or instructors at your schools or something like that. You can think of them that way, if it helps. And each of them will have like a maximum of 5 different things to teach you. Some teach from 1 to 5. Now Rama on hand, he teaches you 2 thunder spells and a poison spell. Each of them have a multiplier. What those multipliers do is in battle, after you win and beat enemies in a fight, you gain magic ability points. Now let's say you gain 2 magic ability points. You'll see a multiplier of like ×5. That means 2 times 5, that equals 10. And that 10 carries over into your progress. Once you have 10%, once you have 100% progress, then you will permanently learn the spells that these guys have to teach. I'm going to equip these Espers to everybody to get them onto my characters here. As far as stats go, I'm going to just focus on learning as much magic spell as I can. In this game, magic is pretty much everything. You need it for, well, to make sure your characters are very effective in a fight. That's pretty much determines how well off you really are in this game. It determines how strong and how effective your characters will be in combat. If the less spells that they have, I guess you could say the more useless they are. Now there will be some Espers that probably teach the same spells, like if one Esper versus another, they both have thunder spells, but one, say Esper A, will multiply your chances of getting thunder by 2, while the other Esper has like a 5 times multiplier. Well, guess what? You're going to be learning thunder from the other Esper way faster than you can from the other. Yeah, so definitely collecting these Espers is very, very important. You want to keep an eye out for these Magicites. It's kind of like Pokemon, right? You gotta catch them all, right? And that's pretty much the same thing here. And so the third and final purpose of these Espers is to, in fact, summon the spirit of the Esper within the Magicite. You summon their spirit out into the battlefield to help you out. Each Esper does a specific job. Some heal, some protect you, some cause status ailments, and others just attack, either physically or with some sort of element like electricity or fire or some ice. Keep in mind though that it does cost MP and you can only do it one time per battle, so you can't just spam your favorite summon over and over and over and over and over again. That's not going to work, just once. For me personally, this is where the fun begins, because now the characters can get very, very versatile, very flexible with their strategies and techniques in battle. They have more tricks up their sleeve eventually, and it's gonna feel a little strange too after you've been playing with the characters with their combat style the way they are. For example, like Cyan, you're used to him being physical and not having magic, using Bushido, using all these other Bushido and sword techniques, and being very physical in the end. So it's gonna be strange to have him like casting this magic and all these spells and summoning. He just doesn't look the type, right? But now he kind of can be those things. You can make him into a mage pretty much. You can make everybody and anybody into a mage. Characters like Sabin, he's very physical. He's very defensive and has a lot of attack power. He's your tank. Now your tank is going to be a magic user at the same time? That sounds a little broken. But for me, I'm gonna have fun doing this. Finally, I finally get to participate in battles. I finally get to play the game like I normally do and just level up and grind like crazy, instead of just running from battles like a little biznitch. I don't like all the running away. This is why I tailored my advice earlier, in earlier episodes about running away from fights and just stealing what you need. All the advice that I gave was catered towards surviving at extremely low levels that pretty much anything would pretty much take you out in a few hits. So you want to make sure your defenses are good. You want to be extra tactical and think 3 times harder than you need it to, just because you're very underleveled. So off screen I will just be grinding these guys up to get as strong as they can and learn as many magic spells as I can. Because you definitely want them to learn at least enough magic from 2 different Magicites. Have them learn everything from at least 2 before at least that's what I'm gonna try to do. At least get enough magic for everybody to use. At least 2 different Magicites to use it up and fully learn, and we should be good to go after that. But the rest of this video will be us just playing with the magic and summoning, and so you can see what they're like. We're going to be pretty much, this is more like a grind fest, battle fest type of video. A great opportunity to show off what the magic spells do and what they look like. I won't be showing all of them, but eventually I will be, just not in this video. Now, for those of you who are concerned with stats, as an option, what you could do is consider what stats the characters are really good at. What's their strongest, highest number of stats, and then focusing the Magicite that you give, as well as the bonuses that the stats of the excuse me, tumbling over my words today. What in the world? Anyway, if you focus on the strongest stat benefits that your character has, then that might be the Magicite you want to give to that character. If your character's really good with strength, then you might want to give Magicite to that person who naturally has a lot of strength. You want to give anybody that gives magic benefits from Magicite, give that to the character who has the highest strength. That could be an option to consider. You could play to their strengths, essentially. If a character is really good at magic, naturally has a high magic stat, then give Magicite to that person that receives bonus magic per level up. Whatever bonuses that Magicite gives it to the person who is best with that stat. That's an option you could take. Option B is like focus on their weaknesses, you know, they really suck with magic, and give them something to boost, a Magicite to boost their magic strength. Now right now I'm gonna go through my equipment, make sure everything and everybody's pretty good. Like Cyan strength right there, if you notice it, it's at 60, so if we give him a Magicite that boosts strength per level, he's gonna be very tough. His attacks, physical attacks, gonna hurt like heck. Alright, for Celeste, we have a Hero's Ring and Barrier Wing. I wanted to give her another piece of accessory, but apparently I don't have it. I thought I had the white cape or something, but I guess I don't. It's a little disappointing. Man, I'm excited to be able to just play the game. Cause this really does open up a lot more opportunities to have some fun with this. Now the fun of the game is starting. It takes how long for this to start? Feels like light years. I still want Locke to be stealing items. He's very good for that since he is stealing items. He always gives us some sort of supply of ingredients and materials here. And it's a great way to save on money if you're not going to buy the items, so you can just take it from the enemies. So I'm going to give him a Relic stat and improve his chances of stealing these items, and I'm going to give him the Genji gloves, just so he can get 2 hits in instead of 1, since his strength is only a measly 37. And that's not very impressive, and he needs any help that he can get to do more damage, in case I need him to start attacking. Our heroes at this time are now set off to get to the Empire, and the game forces Locke and Celeste with you. After that, you got the option to choose 2 other characters. I chose Edgar and Cyan. I chose Edgar because his tools ability simply gives me more AoE attacks, you know, area of effect moves, like his auto crossbow, excuse me. It hits multiple enemies with that arrow. That chainsaw does a ton of damage. I definitely want that. And I brought Cyan because of those Bushido moves. Okay, we have a battle now, so let's practice our new summoning skills. Let's give them a try. Oh, and as you can see, we select magic. Edgar now has magic, but you're probably wondering where's his summon at? Well, if you scroll all the way up, you'll find your summon. We're gonna try out all the summons at least once. In the struggle of battle, now is the time. Kate Sith, confuse my enemy's mind. So as you can see there, Kate Sith has his own effects as you can consider. Like when you summon him, he confuses the enemies. Now their backs are all turned, and now they'll be hitting each other. Unfortunately, it wears off after a period of time, or after they get hit once by a physical attack. But it's something you can consider. You got strategy right there in your face. Just summon Kate Sith, throw him out there, and he'll start confusing people, bouncing around. Which I guess when you think about it would be pretty confusing if I were to see a giant cat dancing around. Yeah, I'd be confused too. Or probably more creeped out than confused, I think. So yeah, we're gonna finish these guys off and see how many magic ability points they get. Now, you won't be seeing me running away from too many fights at all. The only time you'll be running is if you're about to lose. Okay, the enemy used Vanish, so all our physical attacks are gonna miss him because it's simulating invisibility that we don't know where he is. But our magic can track him down. He'll hit, and once it hits, it reveals himself. So Vanish effect wears off if you get hit by magic. And that is a spell that we can learn. It makes us immune to physical attacks. We got 2 magic ability points. Very good. That's what you want more than anything. You want magic ability points first, experience second. So, since we got those ability points, let's take a look. Not at our status, let's go to our ability, that's what we want to take a look at. Locke's currently studying what Cyan teaches, and as you can see, with those 2 ability points, 2 times 5, made 10% progress just for Cure. Cure route, we just get the same points as we see on screen. Poison multiplied by 2 gave us 8. So 8% progress, and that shows how much time or how much progress we got left to go, or how much we're up to, I should say. For sleep, we got another 80% more to go. And since sleep has a multiplier of 10, that means all we need is 10 magic ability points, and she'll learn sleep that fast. And you can see Siren has an ability called Lunatic Voice. It seals up the magic of all the enemies if you summon it. If you look at the bottom of the screen, Cat's Rain, it confuses enemies. We have Rama uses Judgment Bolt, hits everybody with electricity, and you can see what it taught Cyan here. So let's try to get into more battles, and we're just going to keep fighting and fighting until we get some ability points and learn some stuff. When our health is dangerously critical, I summon Kirin. Please, make us less pitiful. That was Holy Aura. That one regenerates our hit points. That's a good survival technique. It keeps us in there for a bit. The amount of health you generate isn't all that impressive, yes. But hey, it's better than nothing. It really is. You know, you gotta take what you can get, especially since at this early stage in the game, you know, some health would be nice to come by. I want to make sure I take this guy out quick, actually, now I think about it. He has this Earthquake move. Yeah, this is the move I was worried about. Magnitude 8. This can easily wipe you out. Hopefully we survive. Yeah, we just barely survived it. Yeah, when you fight that guy, at least for now, just use Imp, because that's a guaranteed way to stop that from happening. In Imp status, you cannot use magic skills and whatnot. You can't. All you can do is like attack. See, let's test out another summon. When our health is dangerously critical, I summon Kirin. Please, make us less pitiful. By sealing evil magic, victory is assured. I summon Siren. Let your voice be heard! Now, silence does prevent magic from happening, but some enemies might be immune to silence, so that's something you might want to consider. Now, for those of you who are like combo strategists, I'm sure you could, with this setup of Espers doing status effects like this, you could easily combine some weapon, let's say a weapon if you poison plus you got your summon to do a status effect combined with your allies here doing a status effect plus summoning another Esper that does status effect. You can combine those all together to really make some devastating effects. Or you can do the same thing even with buffs. You can have some equipment that gives you good defense, plus summoning an Esper could give you some extra defenses there. You can really combine and make some wild stuff. Just the only limit is your imagination there and the limitation of how much Magicite you have. You're limited by Magicite and your imagination, so collect more. Collect more Magicite.
O pitiful foes, I'll fill your hearts with fright. As I summon Rama, show them your thunderous might! Overkill.
Okay, so that was all for the summons. Now, this game being all about magic and having to collect all of it, you're gonna find out in this Final Fantasy game in particular, there's a lot of different Magicites. When our health is dangerously critical, I summon Kirin. Please, make us less pitiful.
In the struggle of battle, now is the time. Setzer, confuse my enemy's mind. O pitiful foes, I'll fill your hearts with fright. As I summon Rama, show them your thunderous might!
Finally managed to get the imp on him. Good. So now this might be even easier. But yep, that's all we're gonna be doing for the rest of this video. Just a bunch of summoning and practicing battling, training up to get our skills up to par. But this is the song that plays when we beat you down. Ha ha ha, you lose me when you suck. You never should have fought us. You never should have fought us. Now that you have, we're one step closer to getting stronger. We're getting stronger now. Ha ha ha, you lose me when you suck. You never should have fought us. You never should have fought us. Now that you have, we're one step closer to getting stronger. We're getting stronger now. Oh yeah, this guy, I almost forgot about him. If you talk to him, he'll actually give you some well, not details, he'll just give you a brief summary on how the Magicite stuff works. I already explained it and went into some depth with it, but here's what he has to say. He says to use Espers, you go to abilities and select the Espers. Yep. And you do that from the main menu, of course. And then to summon, you press up and then select the Esper with the A button. It should have specified that you should keep pressing up, or rather you should hold up until you're all the way at the top of your magic menu and beyond that menu. Once you go beyond the menu from pressing up so much or holding up, or rather I encourage you to hold up, really I do. But you should say once you hold up, the summon's name will pop up, then you can summon it. They hide it kind of in the magic menu. The higher the acquisition weight, the faster you learn the spell. Some Espers increase an attribute. Yep. That's pretty much everything I said, but he wrapped it up in a nutshell. Meanwhile, I rant on and on and on about it. Yeah, for most of these spells, when you're in battle, they don't tell you what they do. Like, there's not a sub-menu that comes up saying, hey, this does this, hey, this does that. You know, you kind of have to read it in the main menu first, and then remember it as you go into battle. Some of these spells are kind of easy to remember, like Fire, Pyraga. You already know what that does, just because the name Fire is in it, so you know it's going to do fire damage. You have Thunder and Thundara, you know what those two are going to do. Pretty self-explanatory. Confuse here forces them to attack each other. But for some of the other ones, you might end up having to read those in the main menu first, read what it does, try to remember it, and then you can use it here. Alright, so enough of fighting in there. Let's get outside and make our way down to Jador and make some story progress now. Enjoy these battles while you're at it. I know I am. Interesting seeing characters who don't normally use magic use magic. It's very interesting seeing characters like Cyan put people into cardiac arrest by hitting them with bolts of electricity. First degree electricity and second degree electricity. Okay, so now we're in Jador. I'm just gonna go around real quick and just buy some stuff. Get myself set up with some purchases here. No, that's another benefit from this, you know, and now I get to actually have some money from actually fighting. So now money won't be an issue anymore. I'm gonna make sure we have at least maybe one or two of everything. Yeah, I see they need green arrows. I'll just purchase the equipment just to make sure. I'm purchasing based off of caution and paranoia. If I might need something and I probably won't have it later, then but oh, I should have got it. Why didn't I buy it when I had the chance? You know, I don't want that going through my conscience, so I'm just gonna purchase whatever I can. I'm just gonna quickly go over everyone's comments here. It looks like we got a mention about Maria. You know where Jador is now. So Celeste apparently looks like Maria. I'm gonna check what's in this pot just to make sure. Nothing. Never mind. Spitting image of Maria. Haven't heard of her, you say? She's a famous opera singer. Yup. Well then. So that's what, the third, fourth, fifth time I've heard of Maria now? That man must have dropped this. It's a letter of some sort. That man is the director of the troupe that performs in the opera and stuff like that. Everyone just calls him Impressiaro. He's been in a tizzy ever since that letter arrived. What's this letter about then? Dearest Maria, I've decided to take you as my wife, so I'll be coming to kidnap you. Totally good husband material right there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hey, I like you. I'm gonna kidnap you and take you away from what makes you happy. Because I like you and respect you. A gambling vagabond who finds freedom from society's narrow views of morality aboard his airship, the Black Jack. We got a new party member. It's Setzer. Some of you might remember him from Kingdom Hearts 2 if you played it. He had a cameo appearance in it. In case you didn't know where he came from, he did come from this game. I don't know how you wouldn't know that he came from this game since Kingdom Hearts 2. If you played that, that's the only reason. That's the only reason I'm saying this. Because I don't know, if you look in Jiminy's journal, it clearly states like what game the characters are referencing from or where they came from. But I doubt many people read Jiminy's journal, either because too much information or it's not like straightforward and to the point enough, or maybe they don't like reading, or maybe don't know how to read. I like to pretend that people don't know how to read. I just want to look at it. It amuses me. I only amuse myself on this channel. Weird things like that. Anyway, that's where he came from. But before we go to the opera house, I want vengeance, because something happened in the last episode that I didn't like very much, and I want revenge for it, and I want revenge now. On a previous episode of Final Fantasy VI, specifically called Final Fantasy VI Part 13, some BS happened. And this is what it was.
Danger! Danger!
Now this time I will have vengeance. Won't be doing that again. I'm much stronger now, so this should be a lot easier. Fire and healing magic will work on this guy too. By sealing evil magic, victory is assured. I summon Cyan. Let your voice be heard. In the struggle of battle, now is the time. Setzer, confuse my enemy's mind. When our health is dangerously critical, I summon Kirin. Please, make us less pitiful. Well, I didn't think Imp would work on this guy.
Vengeance!
Victory is mine! Good, good. I can't stand that thing. And he only gives out a measly 95 points of experience. What a waste. Well, at least we got the 2 magic ability points, so that's something. Well, that settles that score. Now we can finally go back to the opera place. Now, it starts at starting from Jador, from that town. You just simply walk all the way down, and we'll be at the opera place. Once we get there, we can check and review the skills that my characters have learned so far, the magic that they've learned. Once we take a look at that, then we'll just end the episode there and be done with all of it. But after that, I will be just taking a look. I will be leveling up the characters on my own. By the way, characters like Shadow will be in... I think he's still in Collision. Another thing that I should note, that if you get game overs in this game, you keep your bonuses to your HP and MP, but you lose the stats that you gained between the last time you manually saved your game, between that part until the point that you died. So if this does happen, you're better off just restarting your game and loading up your save file from the main screen title menu. Just reload your save file, don't continue playing after you just died. The only that's the major punishments you get. You have to recover your items again, and you pretty much lose the stats that you just gained. So, might as well just start your game over from your last save file. It could be a glitch in the game, but hey. Now you know. So now you know if you gain 10 strength since the last time you saved, since the point you're at now, and you're wondering where your 10 strength went, that's why. So that'll be the end of this video, everybody. Have a fabulous day.
Fabulous. Fabulous.